Good evening, sir. Um, we would like to know your experience with the batch of SMHRD.
It was a long drive from Bombay. The freeways broken down, but I think after addressing this batch, my spirits were lifted and the long journey forgotten because he had a very interested, involved bunch of students. And it's always nice to be engaged and understand and as well as explain the facts of the modern economy to them. So it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience, and I hope I can repeat it in Pune some other time.
Okay. How did you find the Finance Club of SMHRD?
I found them to have done a great job, good preparation for the interview, good video release, good publicity. I hope the Finance Club, keeps doing the good work, because I think once you learn finance at an early age, you will tend to, be financially sound and savvy for the rest of your life. So it's very important work, and I think they've executed that plan very, very well.
Okay. What's your take on the economic situation of China and Greece?
We're not an island, as you all know, so everything affects us. China affects us, India affects us, Greece affects us, of course, sorry. But I think these two crises serve to highlight the importance of India now as a global asset class. Let's say China, for example. Money was going to China a year back, will now come to India because China was in a bubble and the bubble is broken. Of course, if China economy slows down, it means commodity prices fall, which of course benefits us in India. And India has a better history of corporate transparency, intellectual property compared to China. So I think all those things are helping us rather than hurting us in China, at least at the current phase. Regarding Greece, Greece is a very small economy, 2% of the EU economy. So a lot of it was, storm over a teacup. I don't think it mattered either way. I'm glad it's resolved that Greece will remain a part of the euro and the remainder back up. But I think the impact would be more in Greece and in some European countries rather than in India. So in my opinion, also the fact that we're in a bull market suggests that those are mere pebbles on the shoes, some irritants, not bigger issues that we should be mortally afraid of.
All right. You said that India is in the second phase of the bull market. Enlighten us on that.
Yeah, I've used Joe Granville's analogy, put it into three phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 started 2 years back when we were at the bottom of the bear market cycle, August 2013. We're now, when the Modi government got sworn in, I think we transited to phase 2. Phase 2 is a very long and productive phase of the market. You'll see a lot of stocks go up, a lot of stocks go down during the period of time. Cyclicals will do well, interest rates will come down, profits will rise. So this is a long and productive period of the bull market. Period 1 and period 3 are very short by contrast. So I think the bull market phase 2 is going to be a long productive phase in which we will see two main things happening. Interest rates will slowly start coming down and corporate recovery and profits will start. So I think it's going to be a good productive phase for the market.
Okay. Can you guide us with your stock tricks or stock tips?
Well, according to SEBI rules, we can't give stock tips anymore. And stock tricks, there are none that I know of. What I do know is this, that even today, investing in high quality businesses that you feel are sustainable will reward investors. This is the first bull market I have seen in the last 30 years, which is being driven by the fact that domestic money is coming to India. Not foreign money, but domestic retail investors are voting with their wallets, voting with their checkbooks, putting money to work in the stock market. It's a great thing for India, because when domestic money is more long-term and more stable, plus domestic money enjoys great tax benefits, it's tax-free capital gains, dividends are tax-free. So I'm very hopeful that this money will stay put in equities and over time will give a compounded rate of return to its investors. So it seems very positive to me.
Okay. What all aspects you think a student with a finance background should work on before entering the corporate world?
Well, before entering the corporate world, of course, there are lots of things you do. But before entering the finance world, if you're interested in a career in equities, I will specifically give you advice for that. If you're interested in equities, it's very important that you get familiar with the markets, open a demat account, buy and sell some shares. The best preparation for equity markets other than of course reading your books, reading balance sheets, paying attention to stock prices, is just general reading. I think you need to develop a habit of reading. If you read for 2 hours, read 4 hours. If you read for 4, read 6. Read a wide variety of subjects, from principles of economics to philosophy to poetry. All of them help you. Steve Jobs famously told us that what he did in the State College of learning how to make fonts helped him in design the Apple computers to have beautiful fonts. So you don't know where the points connect in your life. So it's very important to immerse yourself in a variety of experiences, read a lot. I think those are some of the things that will, more importantly, the point I missed to tell you is that it's very important as you approach this career to focus on your ethics. It's very important that, you know, when you're in financial markets, you always deal on an honest plane, on a level plane with your fellow investors, shareholders, directors, whoever you meet with. Is very, very important, especially because the finance is a world of trust, that you be trustworthy and you do trust other people.
Okay. So last question. Would you like to leave a message to the student body of SMHRD?
Well, the question I'm often asked, not in this student body, but other student bodies, is that what now? Are the opportunities as good as they were perhaps my generation? And I say it with full confidence and with full knowledge that the opportunities for people graduating in the next few years are much more than they existed in our generation. And our generation did very well. I'm not complaining. There were great opportunities, great companies, Infosys, Reliance, they got listed. Tons of wealth had been created in the stock market. But I think a lot more will be created in the next 10, 20 years as the society becomes more competitive, more transparent, more open. So there's lots of reason to be optimistic. I think there's a saying that carpe diem, seize the day. So I would really suggest to all your student body the same thing, carpe diem, seize the day. The opportunities are ahead of you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor talking to you.
My pleasure.